Hi everyone and welcome. Today I'm going to be working on the first page of both of these sketchbooks. That's right, I'm starting 2 sketchbooks at once. That's crazy. But anyways, let's just go ahead and get right into this. Today's shout out goes to MK aka Morgan. Thank you so much for your comment. I really like reading all's comments. If you'd like a shout out in a video, all you have to do is leave a comment. That could have been you. The very first thing that I did when I got these sketchbooks was decorate one of them, because I did not actually plan on starting 2 sketchbooks at once. I got a bunch of stickers off of Redbubble, and I really enjoyed decorating the cover of my main sketchbook and the sketchbook for the art challenge. I want to do like a Posca pen piece on the front or something, but I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just leave it blank. But anyways, this is how the little sticker collage turned out. I left the first page in both of these sketchbooks blank because I knew I wanted to draw like a special drawing for the first page. I've already started. This one I already started too. This is the one I'm using for AF Yogurt. But let's pretend that I've never used them before. Oh wow, look at this. Blank page. Oh, that's crazy. Oh my god, never even used it before. I'm gonna reach back here for my Ohuhu markers. Alright, those, and I have some Bristol. Canson XL Bristol. Obviously this is too big for this, so I'm going to cut it down to size. I'm just going to cut a sheet in half to minimize waste. Micron, 0.5 micron. Might use a Gellyoll, I don't know. Posca Pens. And last but certainly not least, Sketchbook markers. I already did some gesture drawings to warm up. You should see that in the next video. I think I plan on doing like a end of the month wrap up video for the gesture drawing for AF Yogurt. So if you would like to see that, subscribe, turn on notifications so you know when it comes out. I cut my Bristol sheet down to 7x10. I got 2 sheets out of that, and I also sketched out some ideas off camera and jumped right into the first drawing. If you're wondering why I am not drawing in the actual sketchbook and on separate pieces of paper, it's because I'm using alcohol-based markers which bleed through the paper, and I have already drawn on the other side of the first page, and so I really didn't want to mess those sketches up. So I'm just going to glue these pages in, which is what I did in my last sketchbook, which I posted a tour of. I'll link that either in the iCards or in the end screen if you'd like to see that. But yeah, if you ever want to use art supplies that are not suitable for the paper that you're using in your sketchbook, you can just get some glue and just glue your drawings in. It's like so convenient. I don't know if anyone else experiences this, but for whatever reason, whenever I draw faces larger like that take up an entire page, for whatever reason I like struggle with proportions and stuff, which the prompt for next month for AF Yogurt is facial anatomy, so I'm hoping I'll be able to practice that so that becomes less of a problem for me. I feel like it wasn't that bad for this particular drawing because I was trying to make sure that I was getting proportions right and stuff, but it was still like I don't think it's too bad. Also, I ended up using a Tombow Fudenosuke pen to help kind of add a little more weight to some of the liner, since the Micron is just a solid line with very little line variation. I did try to add weight to the lines with the Micron, but it was a little tedious, and I was like, you know what, I have a brush pen, which would be a lot faster. The only problem with that is the Tombow kind of sits on top of this paper just a little bit, and so I did encounter smudging. Plus, so with this drawing, but with this second drawing that you'll see a little later, I definitely had a problem with smudging. It would have been really cute had I used colors that match the cover of the sketchbook, you know, like more pinks and stuff, but I really wasn't in a pink mood today. I did not feel like using pink, so I ended up using yellows and reds for this particular drawing, and for the second drawing I ended up using oranges and greens and brown. Would it have been really nice to open the sketchbook and see like a nice pretty pink drawing? Yes, but I had to go with what I felt like doing, and I didn't feel like using pink today. I'm really curious to know if anyone else deals with that. Well, it's nothing to deal with, or I guess experience that. Not feeling like using certain colors. Like it just doesn't fit the mood. You know, I don't Well, I hope you know. If you know, let me know. I really took my time with the shading and stuff. However, there's like one thing that's bugging me. It's bugging me just a little bit. I made the shadow under her cheekbone just a tad bit too harsh. She's supposed to have a softer face. This is my OC Shanti, by the way. The harsh shadow there kind of changes her face a little bit, and I was like, ah! I tried to fix it a little later. I could have fixed it with some Prismacolor pencils, however, I don't know, I just didn't want to pull those out. I wanted to do just a marker drawing, and the Posca Pens, I don't really use them to like fix stuff or anything like that. I just use them to really just as finishing touches, like add shinies and stuff. So I could have fixed it with the color pencils, but I was like, I'm not pulling those out today. I'm kind of grasping at straws a little bit, trying to see, I guess, point out things that maybe could have gone a little better, because other than all that, I think this is a pretty solid drawing, and I really like how it turned out. I really, like I said, took my time with the shading and stuff. I even pulled up color palettes to make sure the color palettes worked together, and I'm really proud of what I came up with. Next up, I'm going to be drawing another OC. This OC's name is Jakari, and I came up with this OC a while ago, like some years ago, like maybe even a decade ago. Like, it's been a minute. However, I don't think I've ever done a drawing like this before with this character, so that's exciting. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Anyways, yeah, so this character is in, well, both the characters, Shanti and Jakari, are in a story with another OC. His name is Kamir. This character, Jakari, is like a childhood friend type character. I don't know. However, in the actual story, you would never see her as an adult, except is she an adult? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Because I gave her a Padawan braid, but then after I gave her the Padawan, well, it's not a braid because she doesn't have hair. She's bald. Padawan beads, I guess? Yeah, I gave her Padawan beads, and afterwards I was like, maybe she's a little too old for that, because she looks a little, she's like an adult, but I don't know. Oh my gosh, if I had to get into Star Wars lore real quick. If I'm not mistaken, Padawans would be like in their mid-20s when they like became Jedi Knights. So maybe this is like pre-Clone Wars, but during the Clone Wars, the Jedi Order was like, you know what, there's nothing wrong with child soldiers, so they started like having the children fighting in the Clone Wars, because why not? Why not do that? But yeah, this character and this story takes place kind of right before the Clone Wars, so maybe it makes sense that she's an older Padawan. I don't know. Am I thinking too much about this? Maybe. I really like this drawing. It was super fun to work on, and it's super fun to use colors that people aren't normally colored with. In this case, it's orange, which I did not have the exact shade of orange for this character in my arsenal, so I just used what I had. I used the oranges that I had, and I think it turned out pretty decently. Maybe she will end up being this more like Cheeto orange color than the like slightly peachy mid-tone orange. I don't know what I'm saying at this point, guys. One thing about me, I like doing a nice fancy little portrait, and I definitely feel like this falls in nice fancy little portrait territory. Since this was the second drawing that I did, I felt a lot more warmed up, so this drawing I think turned out a little bit better than the last one, so there's that. You know what, I never really warmed up before drawings before, so this is a new experience for me. I'm trying to work on that. I'm trying to like make sure that I at least sketch to warm up, which I mean, I used to do like a little like a couple of random sketches, but never like ones to like actually loosen up my pencil strokes. I don't know. But I think with this drawing, I really saw the benefit of doing that, because by the time I started on this drawing, like I felt ready to draw. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah. I ran into a couple of issues here and there with the color palette. Initially she was going to have this like cool green top, but I felt like it didn't work because she has these like brown wrapped bands or something on her leiku. So I was like, maybe the light green top doesn't work as well. So I ended up making her tunic kind of the same color as her little wrap, and I used one of the green colors for the background, and that ended up turning out really nice. I really like that. It's not what I intended to do, but it worked out. And remember earlier when I said I don't really use Posca Pens to correct stuff? I might have used them a little bit here. So I usually don't use Posca Pens to correct stuff, but I did it here. But it turned out okay. It's okay. My favorite part was definitely adding her little Padawan jewelry stuff. It was really fun. I even looked up like, what does the different colors in the Padawan braid, what does it mean? And I gave her beads that correspond with what she is into Jedi wise. So like the red one, I don't know, maybe Google's wrong, but the red one it said was for a Padawan who's over 16. The blue one was for mechanics, and the yellow one, I forgot. I just looked it up again, and it's for lightsaber training. It's a Padawan that's like studying lightsaber stuff like that in combat specifically. Anyways, this is a really fun drawing to work on. I really like it. I think it turned out really nice. I'm really proud of it. So here are the finished girlies, and now it's time to paste these drawings into my sketchbooks. I'm using Tombow Mono Liquid Glue Aqua and I just put it in all around the perimeter and do an X in the center of the page and just paste it inside, and then I close the books. If there's a little glue on the page and I don't want to stick it to the other page, I'll like put a little something in between it, and then I put heavy stuff on top and call it a day. Here is how they turned out. I have not looked at these since last night when I painted them. There's that one. I ended up putting Jakari in my sketchbook for the art challenge because she's a Padawan. She's learning. I'm learning. Yeah, I really like how this one turned out. I think this one's super cute. Okay, this one's stuck just a little, but it's fine. Also super cute. I love the colors in this one. Yeah, that's that. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Shout out to my patrons, Merriman Illustrations, Sisadonna55, and Kelsey. Thank you so much for being my patrons. I really appreciate you and everything you do. Wow, oh my goodness. Here are a few more videos that I think you would like, and I will see you next time.